for our missionaries, and we also thank you, Lord, that you've taken care of us through this hard time. We just thank you for your mercy and for your love. And we thank you for these missionaries that go all over the world and sacrifice for you. And we just ask you to bless them today. In Jesus' name, amen. I want to tell you a story. It seems like a lot of times people have to go through a lot. And before they really find Jesus. And in about 1965, a woman came from Oregon to be a house mother here. And she had a 6-year-old son where her husband had left her when she was pregnant. And she knew my aunts in Oregon. And my parents needed house parents because my aunt and uncle could no longer take care of the girls. So she came all the way from Oregon, and she took care of the girls. She had another woman help her. And she fell in love with my brother, James Dingman Jr. And they eventually got married. And they had a son named Danny. And took care of the girls for many, many years. And Jack's his name was Jack Shanley, and he only saw his father maybe a couple of times. And his father was just curious about him, and he eventually even committed suicide. So this boy went through a lot, and he felt very connected to the kids here at Sunshine Acres. But when he became a teenager, he became quite a rebel. And he didn't like Jack and I too much, because we had to sometimes get after him. And he was very angry. And ended up, he was a great, great drummer. Great drummer. In fact, one time we sang in a bar, the choir, and he played the drums. He had a little snare drum. And this Western star singer came out and brought a red drum set to Jack the next week. And he was a great drummer, and he got into rock and roll bands. He had 3 failed marriages. And one day, I'm going to church at Sunshine Acres, and here he comes. He steps out of the truck with his Bible in his suit, and he said, I've come back to God. And he came to our church for 6 months and sat with me every Sunday at church. And his first wife, he had 2 children by it. And they got back together, and they live in Paw Paw, Michigan. And he is in construction, and he bought a church for $70,000, a cute little church. And every Sunday he's on Facebook, and he always says, hi, Aunt Carol, I hope you're watching, and I love you. And he is preaching, and I know he's paying for most of the church. You know, you train up a child, maybe they have gone. I know some of our kids have addiction problems because their parents have. And when they take that first drug, they're hooked. And I feel so sad for them. I cry over them, I pray over them. But I'm also seeing a lot of our children that have overcome that and have come back to God and putting wonderful things on Facebook. Children, Jesus loves all the children of the world, and you're very, very precious.
a lot happening on the news, as some of you might have seen, but I really felt compelled to bring you a message this morning that I think will encourage you about our ministry. And it's called I Want Justice. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever gone through injustice in your life as a child. I can think of a couple times where there was injustice. We all know how you've had injustice in your life. Yeah, you've had injustice. Something not fair. I was very ill as a child. How many had measles? You had measles before you went? Well, I had measles. And at the same time, I had mumps. And at the same time, I had chicken pox. So I was so sick that they didn't know if I was going to make it. I missed 6 weeks of school. Literally, I was covered from head to foot, and it was horrific, and I ran a temperature very high the whole time. And literally, there wasn't a lot they could do at that time, and parents told me later they didn't know if I was going to make it. But I remember that they wanted to keep things normal. It was getting towards the end of the year, and I was missing a lot of school. And so they brought in my schoolwork, the teachers prepared schoolwork, in my geography class, social studies. We had to learn the capitals of each state, and what each state, I think what the flower was of the state flower, state bird, things of that nature. But at any rate, I studied really hard because my parents were very conscientious, no TV. I would just have a regular school day, and there wasn't a lot to do, so I worked very hard at it. I remember I was so excited, I took the test, and they gave instructions. My mom was to give me the test papers, was not to help me, I couldn't have any aids, and sit at the table and time me for 1 hour, and I took the test, and I turned it in, and I got a straight A. And the teacher marked my grade C because she said I undoubtedly cheated and didn't follow the rules and really didn't know all the states because no one in the class had gotten an A, and so she gave me a C. I remember thinking how unjust that was to have worked so hard to get an A, and then have a teacher mark it a C because she felt that I wasn't being honest when I took the test. But my mom, being a pastor's wife and a good Christian, was not going to break any of the rules. I had another time where I and my brothers were caught doing something. I was not involved. One of the rare moments, actually. But I was not involved, and they all said we're innocent. So my dad said, well then, I'm just going to spank you off. Well wait, I wasn't even there. It didn't matter. Now, those are small moments, but it was unjust to me. Although there were probably 100. My dad said, well, you shouldn't feel too bad about it. There's 100 times where we weren't spanked, where we didn't get caught, so that's just too bad. But there was no justice. We see that it's a crime that many have far more, where they've been falsely accused, they found themselves in prison, or they found themselves in a lawsuit, and they lost in their lawsuit, they lost in their settlement, and it's really unjust and unfair, and it just didn't go over well. And I know it's sometimes hard. I don't go to court very much, but when I was a young man, Deb and I had been married a couple of years, and we went to a forum. It was actually a stop, and it was the right of way was to the other side, to the other side. We were waiting, and another couple pulled up. Now they were supposed to go right on through. There was no stop sign. We had a stop sign. We had to wait until it cleared. They didn't. For about 1 minute or 2 minutes, they just were looking. They're stopped. There is no stop sign. We have a stop sign. So finally, I think Deb said, I said, well, let's just go. Well, the minute they pulled out, wham, they decided that was the time to go. So I went to court, and I remember I've never been in court before. The judge comes out with his black robe, and he asks people how they plead. Everybody pleaded innocent. I don't care if they were caught with a flat pair of clothes on in a clothing store, going out the door with the price tag still on. They said innocent. Nobody was guilty. One man on his fourth DWI, he brought under the influence. DUI, I guess. And I say, how do you plead? And I said, innocent with an explanation. He says, guilty. Wait, I said, I have an explanation. Move. You've already said you're guilty. I don't want to hear anything. Well, I was so upset. Everybody was innocent. But I really felt like you at least need to hear why I went to the stop sign. We waited on this couple for a good minute, and they just didn't realize they had the right way. And so, being young, 21 years of age, I decided I would go into the judge's private chamber and tell them what I thought of it. Seriously. The door was shut. I didn't knock. I just opened the door and said, I want you to know you're the most unjust judge. You wouldn't even let me. He said, would you like to be in serious trouble right now? I said, no, Your Honor. I'm sorry. And I shut the door. But I didn't like it. I didn't feel I was being fairly treated. Now I've gotten better at that now. I mean, got a bad knee. Just let it go. But isn't it hard when you're falsely accused of something and you absolutely, it's untrue? Someone came up to one time and says, you don't like me. And it was someone visiting the church. And I could have said, I didn't notice you because there were a lot of people in church. But they actually thought I didn't like them and wanted to get into a dialogue about whether I liked them or not. And yes, I like you. No, you don't. You don't like me. Okay. Then let's agree. I don't like you. But I don't like that. You don't like that. So sometimes you get corrected and you really are innocent. I looked at the scripture. I found out that this is one of the things that really upsets God is injustice. They had two cities in the Bible called cities of refuge. And in the city of refuge, it was very unique. Let's say you were hammering on the building. You're pounding a nail, and the hammerhead flew off of the handle of your hammer and hit somebody on the head and killed them. Now, you didn't do it deliberately, but under the Judaic law, if it were enforced without looking at the other passages, it was an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a life for a life. So since you were the one that owned the hammer, and since you let the negligence of the hammerhead fly off and it killed somebody, there would be people who would try to kill you, have you stoned, or just avenge you. So you would run to the city of refuge, and you would have 2 years to live there. No one could come in and hurt you or do any damage to you. And during that 2 years, you get a chance to build your case, and then it would be tried before the Jewish tribunal, the Jewish leaders, and they would try on your case. But it kept you safe until justice could be determined. And if anyone came in and assaulted you in any way, it was a death penalty. You did not go into the city of refuge to try to exact revenge. God put that there because He knew there would be people that had accidents happen. Something bad happened, but it really wasn't their fault. And so they were allowed to run to this, or they were falsely accused to the city of refuge, and they had protection there. Now, I'd like to tell you what I think our ministry is at Sunshine Acres and believers everywhere. I believe we're to be cities of refuge. See, it's not my job to judge people. Are they guilty? Was it premeditated? Did they do this? Did they do that? You see, I'm a city of refuge. It's a place where people can come to in a time of problems in their life, whether they're responsible or not, but they know when they come into my presence at that moment, they're in a city of refuge. Now, didn't give them total exoneration. They still had to go through trial, but I put it in a different setting where it wouldn't be all the relatives of one town wanting to get revenge on this person who took a life, even if it was accidental. In Job 19:7, if I cry out concerning wrong, I'm not heard. If I cry aloud, there is no justice. In Isaiah 59:11, we all growl like bears, and we mourn sadly like doves. We look for justice, but there is none. For salvation, which meant, the word salvation meant deliverance, it is far from us. We growl like bears, we mourn sadly like doves. justice, there's none. We look for salvation, but it's far from us. Proverbs 21:15. It is a joy for the just to do justice, but destruction will come to the workers of iniquity. Let me make this statement about God. Our God is a God of justice. Our God is a God of justice. In this life, we may not get the justice we want or seek, but remember this, time does not end with our heartbeat. Time does not end with sunset. We just walk from one plane into another, from the temporal into the eternal. And God is a God of justice. In Deuteronomy 10:18, He administers justice for the fatherless and the widow and loves the strangers, giving him food and clothing. Deuteronomy 32:4, He is the rock. His work is perfect, for all His ways are justice. How many of God's ways are justice? All His ways are justice. A God of truth without injustice. Righteous and upright is He. That is a powerful verse. He's the rock. He's perfect. His ways are justice. He's a God of truth without injustice. Righteous and upright is He. That pretty well tells you what God is like. Job 36:8. He does not preserve the life of the wicked, but gives justice to the oppressed. Psalms 33:5. He loves righteousness and justice. The earth is full of the goodness of God, or of the Lord. My final scripture on God is my favorite one on justice. Psalms 89:14. Righteousness and justice are the foundation. Do you hear? Tell me, who knows what the word foundation means? What's a foundation? You're sitting on it. The foundation is the structure on which we build. Remember, the wise man built his house upon the rock, the foolish man built his house upon the sand. The only difference in the story is not the waves and the wind and the storms of life. The only difference separating the two houses are the foundations, one on rock, one on sand. And the Bible says the foundations of God's throne, the foundation of His throne is mercy and truth. They're the foundations of your throne. Mercy and truth go before you. Righteousness and justice. So God is very concerned, very, very concerned about justice. It's His foundation. It's what He builds on. If you want to be a child of God that is successful and walks in the steps of the Lord, then you must always be a person of justice. He's a God of mercy, a God of righteousness, but His foundation of His throne is built on justice. When you look at the nature of God, even when we stand before His throne and we give an account of our lives, it will be an account, and God will judge our lives based on His justice. So He's a God of justice. I love the word justice because I don't believe in life today with your attorneys and the legal system and all the loopholes and all the injustices that are in our land. You're crying out, God, we just want justice. We just want justice. And yet many times we cry and we really don't see justice. And maybe we get so frustrated at injustice. If I started telling you about the injustices that are going on all around the world and even in our country, even in the state of Arizona, it would be very depressing. There are so many injustices. And let me just tell you, don't kid yourself. Every day that we're alive in this life, every day that we walk, there are people who are walking in injustice. The justice rules of law, and this is what God's rules of law are. I love it in Exodus 23:2. I didn't notice this verse before. And by the way, first time You shall not follow the crowd to do evil, nor shall you testify. He goes on to say, testify against someone falsely. That's the rest of the verse. You shall not follow the crowd to do evil. By the way, there's nothing wrong with protesting. But he says, don't follow the crowd that's doing evil. That's where you draw the line. I'm all for protesting. And to be able to declare where we see injustice, that's our right. It should be our responsibility. But notice, he says, following the crowd to do evil. Deuteronomy 6:19. You shall not pervert justice. You shall not show partiality. You shall not take a bribe. So it shouldn't matter if the person is poor or wealthy, educated or uneducated, whatever racial background they are from, we're not to show any form of partiality. How many know what a teacher's pet is? Did you ever see one in your school? They could do no wrong. They were the ones that were just always loved by the teacher, and the teacher could, it was just like irritating. There was always, I think every class I went to, especially when I was a younger kid, there would be what I would call the teacher's pet. Usually they would bring the teacher an apple and little cards, and it was just the way it was. And I saw many times that teachers and other kids would show partiality. We can do that. Look at the story of Jacob. He showed partiality to Joseph. The reason jealousy was in the hearts of his brethren, and yes, God used all that to make Joseph ruler of Egypt. But the reason all of that took place was because Jacob showed partiality to the younger son Joseph, made him a coat of many colors, treated him better, and the brothers noticed it to the point where they began to envy, and their envy soon went to murderous rage at what they perceived as the injustice that was being done to them as he favored Joseph above his brethren. Even in the story of the prodigal, you have the older son. His complaint against the father is, you're unjust. All these years I served you, you didn't give me a party. You didn't kill the fatted calf for me. And your son has come back and in a riotous lifestyle. He's lost all of his money, and you're treating him like a welcome celebrity. And the father says, son, you're going to have these things anytime you want. All that I have is yours. It was yours to use. It's not my fault you didn't take advantage of that. But the older brother's complaint was that he accused the father of being injustice with his treatment of that younger son. And so we see that in Deuteronomy 24:17 and 19. You shall not pervert justice, do the stranger or the fatherless, nor take the widow's garment as a pledge. Cursed is the one who perverts the justice to a stranger, the fatherless, and the widow. And all the people shall say amen. The word prejudice is a bad word. I might ask you that next week. This might be your $5 question next week, so listen up. I want to hear a definition of the word prejudice. Who does it the best? So we'll have you come up and see if you give me a good definition of prejudice. But prejudice is a self-determination about somebody. Do you know when you first meet someone, they formed an opinion of you? Many of those opinions are lifelong. Within the first 30 seconds, they make contact with you. 30 seconds, they've already said, nerd, not cool, not going to be my friend, don't like the way she or he looks. And they have already predetermined what you are, even though they've never met you. I had someone tell me in the church one time, he walked up to me. I was the new pastor, and he had left the older pastor, the one prior to him, and he had left the church. And he said to me, I hated you from the moment I saw you. I never forgot that. He said, I hated you from the moment I saw you. Before he even just seen you, he said he hated you. Well, what is that? It's a prejudice. When I hear someone say, oh, these people are this way, or that person is that way, or, well, you know how it is. You know what that is, whether we realize it or not? It's prejudice coming from deep within. The person who's prejudiced will justify their own behavior, but find something wrong with some person or some people group. And we're going to be looking at the 7 deadly sins, one of the funnest sermons I'll probably do, and it's going to be on YouTube. But to be honest, prejudice, prejudging, those are the things God warns us about, judging lest we be judged. You see, there's that moment in Joshua's life when he's fighting for the kingdom of God, and he's out one night by himself, and he spies a man, all dressed up apparently in armor, big guy, and he yells to the man, "Are you for us or against us?" Because they're getting ready to do battle against a foreign kingdom. And the messenger of God says, "I'm neither for you or against you, but for the Lord of hosts." When someone told Abraham Lincoln, you know, it's great to have God on our side, and Lincoln answered right back, basically saying, well, it's not a matter of God being on our side. We better make sure we're on His side. We always think God's on our side many times. And Joshua, who was representing the Jewish nation, still the angel made clear, or the messenger of God, that I'm on the captain of the Lord's side. Jesus said, "My kingdom is not of this world." Paul said, "We're sojourners, strangers. We've got a temporary job here." Do you know, you might think, well, I want to go to college, I want to be a veterinarian, I want to be an attorney, I want to be the next astronaut, I want to be a senator, whatever you want to be. But you know you're placed here, this whole thing, you're in school. You will be in school the rest of your life. The school is to prepare you to meet God and stand before His presence and to spend an eternity with Him or separated from Him. Your whole life is online, on school. You're there 24/7. My life, when I'm all done, it won't matter what I did that I thought was fun and important. It's going to matter what I did that God had purpose for me to do while I was here. And I'm telling you what God does want us to do. We're ministers of justice. I'm going to close my thoughts with this. Psalms 108:3 says, "Blessed are those who keep justice, he who does righteousness at all times." Psalms 82:3, "Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy." Do you know how easy it is to see someone who's poor and needy and destitute and say, "Man, look what they did to get in that position. Man, why don't we get a job?" Or, "Well, they just spend all the money on alcohol and drugs." You know, it's so easy for us to look at people who are hurting. Yes, they may have these addictions, but how do we bring justice to them? How do we reach out and touch them? Because the Bible says, "Blessed are those who keep justice, who do righteousness at all times. Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy. I know the Lord will maintain the cause of the afflicted in justice for the poor." Psalms 140:12. Proverbs 21:3 and 15. To do righteousness and justice is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. It is a joy. Can you say the word joy? Joy. It's a good word, joy. It is a joy for the just to do justice. It's a joy for the just to do justice. I looked at that. Wow, it's a joy to do just things. To do justice. But the destruction will come to the workers of iniquity. Isaiah 1:17. Learn to do good. Seek justice. Rebuke the oppressor. What does that mean? When you see someone in your house or someone at school being picked on, being ridiculed, being mocked, being denigrated, being told they're not important, being told they're ugly, being told they're using words like dumb and stupid or ignorant or whatever. We hear these vile words. Don't just stand by and look on there, but in some way, if you're able to, without getting killed, say, "Hey, leave that person alone." Or to take a moment later and tell the person, "Listen, don't listen to anything they said. You are so important. You're amazing. And that's not who you are. There aren't many people do that, though. We might be part of the group that's making fun of someone who's less fortunate, someone who doesn't have the latest style of clothes, someone who might not have access to the hygiene products that we do or whatever, and we're making comments about their odor, or we're making comments about their whatever, their looks, their clothes, their speech, their nationality. I tell you what, I would like to say Christians are different. Let me just say this, Christians are supposed to be different. But we have to learn, the Bible says, learn to do good. Learn to seek justice. Learn to rebuke the oppressor. Learn to defend the fatherless. Learn to plead for the widow. It does not come automatically. But you learn to do those things. If you want to be a leader and someone special, you got to step up to the plate and quit being someone who's cowing down on all the people around you and doing what the crowd says. You've got to learn to be the person who stands up for the hurting and the wounded and the disenfranchised and the unloved. Step up and be justice to them and defend their cause. You see, I think the world is looking for the church to be the church. To quit trying to do what politically correct might be, or just to be silent. I don't know if those of you that accepted Christ in your life, if you tried taking him into the school with you, but to do justice. In Isaiah 42, it talks about the Messiah when he comes. And you can read that prophetic 1 through 4. It says he will bring justice. What was the ministry? It says when the Messiah comes, he will bring justice. Zechariah 7:9. Execute true justice. Show mercy and compassion, everyone to his brother. And finally, Jesus' word to the religious leaders of his day. Woe to you, Pharisees! Literally, they tithe even mint and spices and salt and pepper. He said, you tithe all manner of herbs, basically, and you pass by justice and the love of God. These you ought to have done. You should have tithed without leaving the other more important matters, love and mercy, undone. So, I'm going to end just with this thought. Are you a just person? Does injustice bother you? And I'm not talking about it bothering you when everybody's bothered when you're treated unjustly. But you hurt, you feel compassion for those around you who are being unjustly treated, unfairly treated, judged by others, prejudiced against. Are you the justice? Because remember, Jesus, the prophetic word says he would bring justice. Jesus, we're following in his footsteps. See, for you all, when you come in to see me and be constantly and everything, guess what I think of you? Amazing kids coming to the city of refuge. Yes, some of you do things wrong, and you need to talk to the pastor, but when you come in to see me, I'm here to see that God's rules established in your life, that his justice is manifest, his mercy and grace doesn't excuse anything you do. But there has to be a place where we can be cities of refuge, where someone can come to us, and the first thing to meet with us is a pointed finger in direction. Let me tell you something. Yes, we all have to acknowledge where we've been, what we've done, but at the same time, we have to be those who administer to these people, to all people. And that's how we see change, by the way. That's how we change lives and how we affect change, is when we begin to be Jesus to the world. Because God's throne is established. The foundation of his throne is justice. Jesus said he will come. He will not break a reed, but he will bring justice. Are you a just person? I could say, are you a just person or just a person? Are you a just person? Someone people like to be around, who's non-judgmental, and allow the Holy Spirit to lead your guidance and help them find their way out of whatever they're in. Sometimes they create their own problems, understand that, but still we're there to bring healing and ministry. And we always need to be approachable. Even if we have to deal with someone over something they've done, we must always be approachable. And we must always have that within us, that we're there to see them help, to deliver, to set free, and to be just before God in everything we do and say. Now, I'm still striving at that. I am not just in all things. And do I have prejudices? Yes. Some of you know. I mean, that would be funny to say, if you're not a Minnesota Vikings fan, football-wise. But the truth is, I have prejudices I have to guard against all the time, those statements, because it's our nature. God says, no, that's not your calling. Your kingdom's not of this world, and you're not the judge. Just let my justice come in. Be a defender of the hurting, the weak, the That's what God calls us to do. It's such a blessing, and it's a joy to be just to those around you. With all that's going on today, I just pray today, God, let your justice be established. Let your just cause be established. May the church rise up at this moment and show compassion and justice. I ask this. So, Father, thank you for everyone here today. May we be just in everything we do and say. May we defend the hurting. May we defend the stranger. In Israel, Day, the foreigner was someone who was not from their land. And they were many times cheated because the Jewish people felt they weren't part of the covenant, therefore they could treat them like dirt. And God says, no, don't you dare treat foreigners. I love the foreigner. Treat them justly. Treat the widow justly. Treat the orphans justly. Treat those who are oppressed justly. I pray, Father, we will, as members of your body, the Sunshine Acres, that everything we do and say will be built on the foundation of justice and mercy. I ask you to bless each and every one here, to build them up, to encourage them, and to walk out here being a better person as you allow the Holy Spirit in their lives to move and to be the person you call them to be, people of justice, your justice. Ask you to bless them all in Jesus' name. Amen. If any of you need any prayer, you're welcome to come to the front for prayer. Brooke's going to be singing special. We're not done with service, guys. We're going to have a time of prayer. If any of you just need to spend a moment in prayer, that's what the altars are for. Maybe that spoke to your heart today about being just.